hey there guys, and welcome back. On this week's show, what did Kenny get for his birthday? Well, when I first introduced the idea of Alternative Tuesdays, I did state that it was not only to showcase projects that are made with something other than wood, but I also said it was a way for me to talk about whatever the heck I want. After all, it's my show. So what I wanted to do this week is, back in August I had a birthday. I won't talk about how old I am, but 51. I got a few really cool gizmos from my wife and my children, and I just thought I'd like to show you guys some of these things today, just so that you know they're out there on the market. And I don't know, just something different, a little fun for today's Alternative Tuesdays. So let's head over to the bench and see exactly what it was that I got for my birthday. Well, some of you may know that I love to ride my bike, and from time to time you need to do a bit of maintenance work on that bike. So one of the things that was given to me is a set of cone wrenches from Chestnut Tools. Now, normally when you're working on some parts of the bike, a conventional box wrench doesn't work because it's too thick. So the cone wrenches are rather slender, and these ones here will serve anything from a 13 or a 14, 15 or a 17 mil nut. So they come in the set of two, and for the maintenance on my bike, it's I think they're going to really come in handy. The other thing that I really like about them is this thick rubberized handle, which makes them a lot more comfortable to use. Some of the cone wrenches I've seen have just a thin coating or no coating whatsoever. So, I don't know, although you don't want to have to do repairs on your bike, it's nice to have the tools at your disposal for when that time comes. Well, if you've been a viewer of my show for any length of time whatsoever, you know that I love gadgets. And this little gadget here, I just thought was the coolest little thing. And what this is a Tadpole tape cutter. Now, these things come in different sizes for the different widths of tape. I think they come in 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and 2 inch, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I know there's different sizes. And basically, this is the 1 inch size, and it attaches to your roll of tape. You can see how it just slides over the top there, just like that. And then you take this strap. It's an elastic strap, and it just clicks into the side here. There's one half, and then we'll put the other half in there, just like that. Now this holds the tape firmly, and all you do is you just pull this back on your roll, simple as that, and then to the length of tape that you want, and then you peel your tape back and tear it off to the length that you want. So it's got nice and square edges, and the next time you go to tear off a piece of tape, you just slide the Tadpole back, pull up your tape, and tear it off. Now, you may be wondering, who cares? It's masking tape. Just tear the end with your fingers, as if you're ripping paper. Well, sometimes when, let's say you're doing stack cutting, and you want to tear off the pieces of tape for your stack cut to hold them together, getting the right length of tape without a crooked edge or whatever really helps. And you know what? Who cares the reason? If you like the gadget, you like the gadget. And you know what? I love this little gadget. This is kind of cool. I dig it. Well, my shop, like so many others out there, probably has about 20 of these. And that is, of course, a tape measure. Now, this one here is a little bit different in that this face right here, this round disc, is actually a little notepad that you can write on in pencil, and then afterwards, when you're done with your notes, you can just erase those notes and then reuse it to write your notes a little later. So that's kind of a cool little addition. As well, if you flip it over to this side, it has a hole here. What is that hole? That hole is a pencil sharpener. I don't use wooden pencils very often. I normally use mechanical pencils, as you guys know, but if you were out on a job site and needed to sharpen your pencil and didn't have your knife with you, it's a kind of a gimmicky little thing. But that is not why I got this tape measure. The double lock on it, one here and one up at the top, that is also not why I got this tape measure. Why I got it is for this. The fact that this coils up around like crazy. It does not have your normal curve to it like a tape measure does to make this rigid. So it's quite limp and pliable and flexible. It seems that whenever I want to measure the distance around a round object like a piece of pipe or that sort of thing, I can never do it because I don't have a flexible tape. It's really hard to wrap something around that. And for that, this now will serve me well, that I could measure all the way around with absolutely no problems and no worries of kinking up my tape. So this is kind of a cool new addition to follow through with things in my shop and be able to measure around things as well as scribble a little note and that sort of thing. Also on the back of the tape measure, it's the same sort of surface that you can, if you wanted to, write a little storyboard on here and for things like turnings and that sort of thing. So a little gimmicky? Well, heck yeah. But again, I love my gadgets and this one here is no different. Well, the next thing that I wanted to show you that I got for my birthday is this. And it's not the wrenches. I already had the wrenches. The problem is I had them all loose and they were just sitting around in a cardboard box, and whenever I would need one, I'd have to go through and try to find the size. So my daughter got me this wrench holder, and it's kind of cool in that it's rubbery. It's not hard plastic, and it really holds these wrenches well. But as well as holding them tightly in place, it also aligns them in such a way that I can see all the sizes, so I know which one I'm grabbing. With my other wrench holders, I find that the wrenches are too upright and you have to kind of tilt it like this in order to see what size you're working with. So this one really lays them out nicely so that you can see the size. As well, if you are putting it in a tool chest, this handle here just pops up out of the way so that it saves a bit of room in there, and you can get this tight to the back wall of the tool chest, but you'll still have a handle to lift this out and carry it around. And it holds them quite securely. I mean, you can't shake them out of there. It holds 15 wrenches, and again, they come in different sizes depending on how many wrenches you have. It holds everything from this behemoth here at 1 1/8 all the way down to this little guy here at 1/4 inch. And the funny thing with it is that my daughter gave me this one here, and I thought, well, that's great. When I put them in, I love the way they fit. I love the way they held. I love how secure it was, that I could see the sizes. I loved everything about it. And then I thought, oh, geez, well, this is my set of imperial wrenches. Well, what about my metric? I guess I'll take some of my birthday money and go out and buy myself a second one. And then didn't my eldest daughter come over the following day after my birthday, and her and my son-in-law gave me a second one of these. So obviously they're all in cahoots for who gives me what. So this is a spectacular little thing. You guys are going to see a program coming up on the show here where I'm going to show you how to make your own wrench holder. But me and my gadgets, me and the things I love, and if you're going to get something for your birthday, you might as well get something that you really like, and these things are awesome. Well, once again, if you've been a fan of the show for a while, you also know through Alternative Tuesdays that I love my Jeep and I love off-roading in my Jeep. And I just want to show you this card. This card was given to me by my in-laws, and it's got this really cool Jeep cutout on the front of it. And although this is super cool, this is not the coolest thing of this card. The coolest thing of this card is this. Check that out. Can you guys see that? It is like this paper fold-out Jeep, all in 3D, tail lights, headlights, grill, everything there, all on a big pile of mud kind of thing, just the way I like it and the way a Jeep was meant to be. But look at the engineering that goes into this stuff. And I mean, I had someone comment and say, you should take it apart and make a wooden one. And I don't know how well that would work with wood, and honestly, I think I'd be afraid of damaging this. My in-laws didn't even sign it because they didn't want to mar the card or risk wrecking it. It is quite possibly the coolest birthday card I have ever seen and I have ever received. So thanks to them for that. But this is really awesome, guys. Look at that. If you're a Jeep fan, check that out. I'll post the link below to the company that makes these, because honestly, if you've got a Jeep lover in your family, this thing here would be awesome to send to them as well. This is awesome. Well, I'm a wood fanatic, and as well, I'm a Jeep fanatic. So what better gift to give someone that has those two things in their criteria than this wooden Army Jeep. And this is a laser cut Army Jeep. All the pieces are coming undone as I'm taking this out of its packaging. And it's a little model that you put together. I don't know if you glue it yet or not. I haven't really looked at the instructions as of yet. But not only is it a cool wooden Army Jeep, but it's also a pen stand that holds 6 pens. Now, whether or not you hold pens or pencils, I don't think it matters. But wouldn't this be a cool little addition if these are in the criteria of things that you like, wood and Jeeps, and you turn your own pens, as I do, that you now have somewhere to display these little things on your desk or whatever. And I think it is absolutely awesome. And I'm looking forward to putting this together and having a little bit of fun with it. And, well, you know what? Displaying my pens. So this is a spectacular little thing. And as well, this was from my in-laws. And I don't know, I'm going to put this together and have some fun with it. And it's just awesome. I love getting presents. Well, I brought you guys over here to the drill press to show you this little beauty. And my oldest daughter and son-in-law gave me this for my birthday. And what it is a drill bit that is a pilot hole with a built-in countersink, but it also has a depth stop mechanism. And that depth stop mechanism makes it so that you can adjust how deep the countersink goes into your stock. You also have an adjustment here on this side, which adjusts the depth of the pilot bit. So you may be thinking, what is the point? Well, the point to all of this is that if you have, as I do, a specific depth that you like your countersinks to be, you can set up this bit, and without worrying about the depth stop of the drill press, you can have it so that this thing will always drill your pilot hole and your countersink to the exact depth that you like. So we'll just drill one here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, this little UHMW plastic rotating disc bottoms out on the stock, and you get that countersink there exactly the same every single time. Never have to worry about it, never have to think, oh, did I set the depth stop on the drill press? These things are available for the size of screw that you use. So this one is an individual for a number 8 screw. If you wanted one for a number 10, you would have to get a number 10. Are they inexpensive? Heck no. They are a pricey little thing for what they do, but honestly, it's pretty darn cool, and I love it, and I guarantee this thing is going to get the heck used out of it in my shop. Well, there is one more gift that I got for my birthday, and as much as I love every single present that I got this year, there is one gift that stands out as my absolute favorite. And no offense to anyone who gave me something, but I can't help it. This one is my absolute favorite. And what it is this. Look at that. What this is the Veritas low angle block plane. And honestly, I have never had a block plane of my own. I know that sounds kind of odd, but I have never had one, and I've been eyeing this one for years and just couldn't spend the money on it. And then my lovely wife goes out of her way and tucks money away on the side and manages to pull this out of a hat for my birthday, and it's spectacular. I love everything about this. It has the same Veritas adjustment for the blade with the tilt and the extend and retract. It has the same locking screws on the side to help with your blade alignment down at the bottom. It also has an adjustable throat, which you change by loosening off the finger knob here at the front, and then you can slide this steel plate back and forth to adjust your throat for the different chips that you will be removing. It comes with 3 different blade selections, and I don't mean it comes with 3 blades. What I mean is it's available with a choice of 3 different hardnesses of blade and that sort of thing. I don't know what to say about it. I tried it on some end grain, on some maple, and I absolutely loved the way that it was cutting. Now I know that has a lot to do with the blade, but it also has a lot to do with how comfortable this plane is in your hand. And if the plane's not comfortable, it's going to be difficult to use. So, bar none, my favorite gift this year has got to be this. What else do you say? This is a whole heck of a lot of awesomeness sitting right here. And there you have it. Now you know what Kenny got for his birthday. Guys, whether it be the cone wrenches, or whether it be the wrench holders, or the tape measure, or the wooden Jeep model, or the birthday card, or the drill bit, or the block plane. Guys, it's always nice to get gifts, and it's always nice to see the generosity of my family when it comes to my birthday, and of course I thank everyone involved for those gifts. A lot of these things are not exactly cheap, and they're not necessarily money that I would spend for myself because I would have bought something a little different or what have you. So it's always great to have a running list of things that you want for your birthday, and that way when that time comes around, who knows, if it's too expensive, your family members could pool together and get you what you want as one big gift from everybody instead of, you know, small little gifts from everybody sort of thing. So guys, honestly, I hope you've enjoyed this week's show. Just a little bit of fun to share part of what happens in my life here with you guys. Please, if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss the notifications of future shows. I want to thank you for tuning in this week, and I hope you're going to join me next week when I bring you yet another Alternative Tuesdays.